Hello, you're listening to Count Richard from Coudenhove Kalergi. Today is the 12th of September, beautiful day, 20 degrees here in Dublin. And we have an anti-lockdown protest here. It's a good crowd, probably between 150 and 200. Great crowd there.
Stuck in Wicklow.
How are you doing, lad?
Without him. We have a couple of people who want to say a few words today. First, I just want to make it clear. These marches won't stop. These marches are going to continue every week until we see these restrictions taken down by this lot in here. I refuse to bow. I refuse to kneel. I refuse to put a mask on me. I'm a free man of Ireland, and nobody will tell me how to act, where I can go, or who I should be with. We see scenes on RTE, we see scenes in the papers and online, on your Facebook page. People can't attend their granny's funeral. Funerals with 2 people there. They've been put in the ground. Women giving birth to children, and the husband or the father of the child can't even be beside them. All the while, we have companies like Keelings flying in Bulgarians to pick strawberries. Enough is enough! I'm going to bring up someone you all know very well now. You might have seen his YouTube videos. He goes by the name of Critiqued. And he's not shy about saying a few words. Give it up for Critiqued, everybody.
Thanks a lot. This is different from the usual few words I give, which are into a camera lens. But yeah, I give it a few words. I have them written down here. But enough is enough. That is the main message here. I didn't mind going along with these restrictions and this lockdown last February or March when we were seeing pictures from around the world of from Italy and places like that of coffins and stuff. But at this stage, we can see that it is not justified. You can't justify locking down the country over 4 deaths in the whole month of August, while people are throwing themselves into the Liffey practically in the last week because of mental health issues. Because 2 in the last week, because, yeah, that's only in Dublin. So, yeah, it doesn't justify it. It's not justified anymore. Going along with this is not justified anymore, so I just have to look down at my notes because we're getting so many different messages with this as well. Last February, the World Health Organization said, don't wear masks, we shouldn't use masks. Masks will only be a bad thing, they are a place where bacteria can breathe. But now that message is completely changed. Now everybody has to wear a mask. Even if you're getting a bus, even if you're going to a pub, even if you're going into a shop, you have to wear a mask. And it doesn't make sense. It causes social isolation. It causes people not to interact with each other. And it causes mental health issues in the long run. That is what it causes. So we have to say, watch up and say, enough is enough. And then I find out in the last few months from talking to Dr. Marcus de Bruin on a live stream that YouTube have taken down now because it's not politically correct, that one of the people who is telling the Irish people to wear masks and he keeps advocating is Professor Luke O'Neill, who actually, we have since discovered, is on the board of directors of a company that makes ingredients for the vaccine that you will be forced to take in order to not wear this mask. So there is corruption involved in this. That is it. Shame. Shame on him. Exactly. Yeah. While this is going on, there is other things happening as well behind the scenes that I want to mention here as well that we talked about the last day. TDs and senators scheming and sneaking around trying to change laws. One of the pre-governmental formation, one of the things that were in the pre-government talks was to allow 16-year-olds to change their gender without consent from their parents. That is just completely wrong. Yeah, 10-year-olds will be taught about this, and 16-year-olds will be able to do it without consent from their parents. So we should not take our eye off the ball on that issue either. You know, we have to end this lockdown, but we have to also be opposed to this, allowing 16-year-olds to change their gender without parental consent, which means they can take a load of tablets to stop their natural process of puberty taking place at 16 years of age, when you don't have the sense to decide these things for yourself. So more Shane. We have to keep, we have to keep on that. That is Sinn Féin and the Greens that are pushing those agendas. Okay? And we can see when you look to Britain, when they started teaching this ideology to kids back in 2010, and then you look at it to now, the people that identify as being in the wrong body have rose up by 4,200%. So that means it's like what a man said that I had on the stream recently, Walt Hire. They are manufacturing transgenders. It is an ideology. And once you affirm that to a child, it is child abuse. That's what it is. You should not put up with it. Is enough. Exactly. Enough is enough.
Class as well.
So I'll just finish these 3 words. One is lift the lockdown. This lockdown is not justified anymore. It's not good for people's mental health. Get out and we gas. The guards should not be allowed into our houses without a search warrant. Never, ever. And finally, leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Let them be kids. Thanks, Bob.
All right, John. Good luck.
Historically unprecedented, and this needs to be addressed. Children are being trafficked through the Irish courts, right across to England, and right across the waterline, and this needs to be addressed. I just want to say a special mention to the 70-year-old woman who was violently raped here in Ireland, especially to the Grace case. Horrific sexual abuse is being done here. I believe 1 in 5 people here in Ireland have been sexually abused, and not one member of this government will stand up. I'm tired of fighting, guys. 5 years I've been savaged by our own people. All I want is unity. I want people to come together, and please give us a dig out. I'm on Angela Ray YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Angela Ray. I'm not looking for likes, I'm not looking for popularity. I want our children to come home, guys. It's about time.
Patriots. You'll forgive me if it isn't too polished. Thank you very much to the chapter who's organised this. Is my man Ian in the crowd with us. RTE is the virus. We're outside a different virus building though today. We're outside another live factory, the Dail here. Now, what are we at with the old numbers, with the con job 19? Oh, what are the numbers now? Because they seem to be changing all the time. Is the official spoof that they're saying, I think, is 1,777, yeah? Well, that's spoof. Bingo, yeah. So, Ben Gilroy, fair play to him there, I noticed on his Facebook page recently came out and printed off basically from the HSE. Well, it's coming from the HSE because this is what's happening, people. The truth is actually before our eyes all along, okay? It's actually there. So, 1,677 people were all had core morbidities, most of them 2 or more. So guess what? They didn't die of COVID-19. This was mix of cancer, heart attack, stroke, etc., etc. Hey, one of them could have been a guy that fell out of a helicopter, fell off that crane and broke his neck off the ground, and they stuck a con job 19 sticker on his ankle. Nice. But this is going on too long. And I can see from the look in your eyes, you're the exact same as me. And you're thinking, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. It's been so pathetic throughout the lockdown. Our great leader, the Dandy Gandhi, we saw him there in Phoenix Park with his top off, playing nipple twisters with his friends, drinking cans, having a picnic. And that's the funny side of things, but we had our nursing homes, the government turned them into abattoirs, okay? And that's what we really need to focus on here. Of course, Micheál, the first thing Micheál said when he came in, oh, there'll be no investigation into the nursing home incidents. Now, I'm afraid you're wrong there, Micheál. There most certainly will be. Okay, yeah, they turned our nursing homes into abattoirs. And then they told us all about this. Oh, there was some drug addict criminal there over in America who got killed. Let's march through the streets for him, about 5,000 miles away. No. I'm thinking about our elderly angels that were slaughtered in those nursing homes. And the way that these people died is absolutely revolting, okay? These decent, honourable, wonderful individuals that make this great country what it is. They're trying to take it away from us, but make no mistake, this is the best country in the world, and we are the best people in the world. So I was actually something to say there, but I sort of I trailed off there a small bit, so give me a second there. Just talk amongst yourselves there. Okay, look it. At this stage now, the masks, okay, are complete. What I want you all to do, okay, right, after this, if you go into any shops, any premises, anything like that, right, there's two words. I'm exempt.
Yes.
Okay? And you don't need to elaborate any further. There's no need to elaborate. It's just I'm exempt and then you're gone. You know, and be polite, be very friendly. When I go into different places and I don't wear a mask, you know, I make a concerted effort that when I'm leaving, you know, to thank the security staff, we'll say, because sometimes their ego might be hit a little bit, you know, and this is the way it is. You see, people aren't trained in to be stopping others wearing these masks, and it's all to cause division. Okay, this is all to cause division, right? They don't want to be doing this. But ultimately, if you look at the girls and the checkouts and the fellas in the tail and the security guard, etc., they don't want to be going around with these face nappies on. Yeah. I mean, look at, and then you have the children in school, okay? And this is nearly the most deplorable aspect. Do you know that in this country, right, not one person under the age of 25 has died from this virus that hasn't been purified or isolated or identified, really, anyway. We're just trusting in these psychopaths. Do you know, they said one girl was in Mayo 17, but actually she's been included in the stats. And a few people I've noticed, even content creators, and fair play to them, are saying there's only one person. No, there actually isn't, because the families came out and spoke. That lady, that girl, that 17-year-old, okay, was tested on 2 different occasions by this PCR test, by the way, which I'll go into in a second, and both times were negative. And remember, Tony Houlihan, Dr. Death Tony Houlihan, who's tucked his tail in between his legs and darted for the hills. He might have grew a conscience for telling us so many lies, pontificating to us in the evening, and these so-called journalists that were there with their pathetic questions. At one stage I thought Tony was going to be asked, Tony, if you got a pizza and you only had 3 toppings to pick, what would it be? Okay, someone just collapsed there, so first aid, so if there's any first aid, if they could tend to that individual, could have been someone wearing a mask, most likely, because as we know, these masks, they cause hypoxia, they cause inflammation, they cut off the oxygen supply to your system, okay? These are torturous devices that, as again, they're used in this psychological warfare.
Right, folks, I'm just going to end here with a quote from Mark Twain, which I think is quite appropriate. Politicians and diapers must be changed often and for the same reason. Thanks for listening. Good night, good luck, and God bless.